All right, so I want to be clear. This is my favorite slide in the whole presentation, okay? If you take nothing away from today's presentation, take this slide away because I think this is fundamental, okay? So take a look at what's on there. We're experiencing workforce shift, as I mentioned, long before the pandemic, okay? And these changes happened long before the pandemic. And we talk a lot about younger workers, and the impact younger workers are having and how younger workers look at the workplace and and gig economy and all that kind of stuff. But we assert that it's really decisions being made about older workers that we must focus on. Okay, so let's go back to chat. Pull your chat box up again. I got a question for you. When the retirement age was set at 65, okay, we all talk about 65. What do you think the life expectancy was? Let's see some numbers in the chat box there. When the life expectancy was set at 65, when the retirement was set at 65, what was the life expectancy? All right, what am I seeing there? 75, 80, 83, 72, 78, 77, 80, 76. Those are some great guesses. 85. Okay, so give or take, depending on where you are in North America, province, state, country, that kind of stuff, the retirement age was set in the 1930s. Okay, so it goes back to the 1930s. And again, it depends on where you were exactly. The life expectancy at the time was 62. It was 62. So really, when retirement age was set at 65, it was what we refer to as a palliative workforce program. Okay, and what that means is that literally at the time, people were working until they died. Okay, so the retirement age was set to give them some way to transition from work to death. I know that sounds awful. It sounds terrible, but it's true. And so, okay, all that to say, so we go back. It's the 1930s. Retirement age is set at 65. Average age is 62. What do you think life expectancy is today? Okay, let's go back to the chat. What do you think that life expectancy is today? 88, 82, 92. Okay, folks, you're a lot closer this time. Life expectancy today, give or take, is about 83. Okay, so here's what's happened since the 1930s. Our lives have extended, but in many ways, our work life is frozen to retirement at age 65. And when we actually look at our research that we've done at Challenge Factory, the actual transition to retirement, depending on what industry you're in, actually starts as early as 49. Okay, so around 49, again, depending on industry, is when career conversations stop happening, when learning opportunities start to wane, when people just when leaders stop thinking about someone as valuable to the organization, and when are we going to start transitioning them out? Now, of course, I'm not talking about every person. I'm not talking about every situation. But when you take a look at the research and the data, that's actually what's happening. So we've had this massive shift. And the outcome of that is we have this group, if you take a look at the slide, that are people in their legacy careers. Those are people between the ages of 50 and 75 that are in a different stage of their career than we ever had before, and our workplace is not set up for that.